Okay, I have another one. I think you're going to be amazed at, I hope you're amazed at these tips. I mean, I get excited about this because I'm like, they come in my head and I'm like, oh yeah, I can save them money. I can save them paint. I can help them in some way. And you're always on my mind. And so then I was thinking, how do you explain, like, people, we go over warm colors and cool colors. And we know that cool colors are the blues and the purples, the violets, and some blacks. And the warm colors are the oranges and the browns, the yellows and the reds, right? Now, as you know, the cool and greens are cool, okay? Greens are cool. So I'm going to show you how to use your cool colors and how to make them warm color. Add warmth to your cool colors, okay? I'm going to add warmth to your cool colors. And that's not something I see a lot of people explain or do, but it's great because then you can use your cool colors, warm them up, and bring them up in the front a little bit so that it'll make your painting more interesting and sellable. So I'll show you some samples of cool colors and warm colors, and then I'll show you how to warm up your cool colors so you can use them in your paintings to give your painting a warmth look, so there's not too much coolness going on there, because warmth colors, they seem to sell a lot faster and they seem to draw the eye into the painting. So let's get started on that now. So a cool color would be blue. Alright, so you got blue, that's your cool color. And if you add white to that, it'll be even more cool. It'll be a lighter cool, okay? So still cool, even though you add white to it, alright? So no matter how bright it gets, it's going to be cool because the blue is a cool color. It's cool. So no matter how light you get, it's going to be a cool color, okay? So then you have, and another cool color is green. So you put your green on. Okay. If you add a blue to green, you still have a cool color because it's blue and green. Alright, so you put your cool color on there. And then if you want to add white, just to see, it's still cool because it's just a lighter green, that's all, right? So these are all cool colors. No matter how light or dark they are, they're cool. And use them in a distance in a painting, okay? Use them in a distance. To make your paintings have distance, you use cool colors. And we have, and you got violet also is cool, okay? Violet or magenta. So you take some of the blue and red, and you got a violet color. And that's a cool color. And if you add white, you'll be able to see. So that's cool. Even more white will still be cool. Alright. And magenta. Magenta. Magenta is cool because it has some blue. That's a bit too dark. But magenta, say on this is a violet or purple, or but it's more of a magenta, so it's got some blue in it, so that's why it's cool. And so you can add white to that, just to lighten it up and see what it's like. The brush is a bit dirty there now, guys. And so just add a little bit of white magenta. So these are your cool colors, and they're pretty cool at that. All right, so let's look at the warm colors and how we're going to warm up these cool colors. Okay, first I want to show you the warm colors. So your warm colors will be red, warm, if you add white to that, you're going to get a pinkish color, which is nice. There's no blue in that, so that's why it's still warm. Okay, now add a little bit more. You can make that as white as you want. And then you have, so that's a warm color, and then you have orange. The yellows are also warm, okay? Well, yellow's warm. You add two of those together, you'll get orange, which is nice, right? I'm going to show you now. So add white to your yellow, make it even more warm. So you got warm, 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 and more warm. And then you can add, let's see what else is warm. Browns, like, well, let's go with the orange, okay, because I want to show you that orange is also, orange is warm. Oops. All right, so nice orangey color. And so you want to keep your orange bright. Here's a nice little tip for you also. When you're trying to lighten your red, add yellow. Just a little bit though, so it won't turn orange. But a little bit of, see how nice that one is? Isn't that pretty? And then more yellow and you get it brighter again. So that's your warm colors. And there's another color that is warm is your browns. So your browns are also warm. Right, look at that. Isn't that nice? You're going to add white to that. Comes out lighter. And lighter. I'm just giving you like 3 values of the one color. So, let's try and darken that one up for you. But you can see that's warm, right? Now, these are your warm colors. You would use these in your fall colors, your fall trees, and your flowers in the front. Everything would come forward. Your warm colors would come forward. And that way you'll have them closer to you and it would look so much prettier. Now, here's how you're going to warm up your cool colors. So you got a cool color of blue. So your cool color is blue. There's your blue. Now you want to warm that up. Now what do you think we could do to warm that up? Add a cool, you got a cool color, you want to warm it up, so you add a warm color, which is red. Alright. So you can add red to it, and that's going to bring into the purple, and then you add yellow, and that'll really warm it up for you. So it warms it up by adding the reds and the yellows. See? Now it's kind of a brownish, greenish color. Well, we don't want green because green is, but it does warm it up. See how it warmed it up nicely? See that soft, yellowish color there? You can even add a little bit more red. And that really warms it up nicely too. See? So that warmed up your blue. Now you want to warm up your green. So your green is a cool color. So you put your green on. And what do you think you add to the green to make it warm? Red. That'll make it warm because green and red makes a really nice brown. So you can add more red. And that will warm that up really nice. When you add your white, you'll be able to see. Oops, let's do it over here. You got a nice grayish tone. Soft, but because you added red to it, then that's going to really warm it up. Right? I messed that up. I messed that one up, but that's okay. There we go. There it is. And then you can add white to it and see what comes out. It's nice, and it's got a mauve color, but because it has so much red in it, some yellow, you can add a bit of yellow to it too. So you add the warm colors to your cool color, and that will warm them up for you. You could even add, say, you got magenta as a cool color. So magenta, just trying to see. So if your magenta is a cool color, you can add yellow, of course, and then that bring it into the orangey color. You could even add a bit of red to it. So add the warm colors to the cool colors, and that will warm them up. And it'll cool the warm colors if you want them on a bit of a cool side, so you can put them in distance. See? So just mix your colors together. Add a bit of white. That nice color. Look at that. Just because I added white to those colors, look how nice that came out. Orangey, brownish color. Nice. Look. See how you can mix your colors and make them look really nice? All you got to do is know the light colors and the warm colors, I should say, and the cool colors. Once you get used to knowing how the colors work, you can mix them all together. You can mix up colors without making mud. That's what you're trying to do. You don't want to make mud. That's the biggest thing, right? If you make mud, your paints are not very nice. So did we do the green? Yes, green. And I added red. And that warmed it up. And the yellow is warm. So we got the blue and the green and a magenta. And the purple, same thing. If the purple is cool color, it's more on the blue side. See, so if it's more on the blue side, it's going to be really cool. But if you add some of the red to it, it's going to give it that nice mauve color to it, and it'll warm it up. Okay. So the more red you add to it, or it'll warm up even more. You can even add, like I said, some yellow, and that will really warm it up nicely for you. Look at the nice colors you're going to get from that. And to see the color better, you just add white, and you can have whatever. See how warm that is? Because it's got brown now. It's turning brownish color. See? So that's how you warm up your cool colors. I hope that helped. There we go. So here are a few samples of cool and warm colors in a painting, and we'll probably do a painting a little later with samples, or a sample painting, or a painting with warm and cool colors, but I'm going to show you some samples that I've already done. So here's one here. This one here, this is a painting that has mostly warm colors, okay? And as you can see, but the cool color is up in the sky. See the purple? So that's kind of bad, you know, it's got a bit of warmth in it by adding a bit of red. And you got mostly cool colors. You see the oranges and reds, the browns, all right? A bit of green there, so kind of nice contrast, which you have. So we're using warm and cool colors. Some paintings you can use only cool colors or only warm colors. We could also do something like that too. And I also have this one here, which is mostly cool colors. See? See the difference? You can see it, right? And so it's mostly cool colors, as you can see in the water and the rocks and some of the sky. And the tree has a lot of green in it. So it has a lot of green, a lot of blue, and a lot of blue in the sky. So as you can see, that's got mostly cool colors in it. And we have a little bit of reds to warm it up in certain areas, a little bit of highlights to warm up the painting in certain areas, but most of it is that's a cool painting. So you can see the difference between a cool painting and a warm painting. See, you can see the difference. It's a totally different looking painting, isn't it? See the difference? Now, this painting here has warm and cool colors kind of mixed up all together. So you got your cool sky, right, down all around here, and you got your greens, which is cool, but you have a lot of warm colors that are complement to your cool colors, but mostly greens, and the red and the greens are complementary colors to each other. So that's really nice too. So you add your reds in front of the greens, and there's greens here and then red, and the yellows, and they're complementary to each other, and so you got warm and cool colors sort of balanced out almost evenly in this one. So that one there is nice, and then we have this one here is mostly, you tell me, mostly warm colors, right? Because all this here is all warm colors, right? But all the top part is cool colors. See, the purple sky and the trees. There's a little bit of warmth in the sky because of a bit of red, and trees have don't have very much red on them, and so we got mostly warm colors in this one. All right, and so let me see. This one up here has mostly cool colors, as you can see, because the mountains look far away, and to make them far away looking was to use blue for the cool colors. And you see I added white and things, and more white I added to more. See the ones behind those? That's because I added white to the blue, and that made them even more distant. Okay, so the lighter that your blues are, the more distance it'll look, right? So more distance you want to create. I have a bit of warmth in the sky there, as you can see, some oranges, and the dress is warm colors, right? And there's some flowers in the front here with warm colors. See? So when you're doing a painting, think about warm and cool colors. That will really help you sort out your painting and help you decide where you want things. This one here has warm and cool colors mixed together. The sky is pretty cool and the water, but then you have all these warm colors surrounding the cool colors. Okay, see, isn't that pretty? So make sure when you're doing paintings that you get warm and cool colors together. This one here has warm and cool colors, but yet it looks pretty cool because the mountains are big and they're cool blues. And what warms it up is the pinks, warms up that painting. See, because you have a lot of green and a nice combination of colors that are warm and cool, and it gives the painting a feeling of sort of in between. You know, the mountains look almost like ice, you know, it almost looks like snow in it, but it's not. They're mountains probably with a bit of snow on them. This one up here is warm and cool, but it's mostly cool because you can see the blues and the greens, right? So there's not a lot of warm colors. The warm color is the cabin, and the flowers are still white, so they're not real warm, but the centers are warm. So, you know, you can see, right? And I think when you're painting, if you think about the warm and cool colors, I think that will help you make even better paintings. And that's mostly warm colors, but I shouldn't say that because we got the white snow with blue in it. So yes, that's half and half. So the sky and the best. See how how the painting looks so nice. Why? Because you have a mixture of cool and warm colors. This one here has mostly cool colors, but the little bits of red in there warms it up a little bit, and the trees with the leaves, the fall leaves, warms it up also. One here is a lot of cool colors in this one, but the big tree is warm. Her sweater is a warm color. A little cool. It could be a little on the cool side because a little bit of magenta in there. And the ground is grass, is cool, but yet you have the flowers on top that gives them warm. So think about that. Think about warm and cool colors in your painting. Try to stay away from too many greens and blues, unless you want it that way. Unless you want all blues. Like this one here has a lot of blue, but look at all the nice colors on top of that. So they don't necessarily have to be blue just used for distance. I mean, you know, you use, as long as you add some warm colors in the painting, you add warm colors in your painting, you're going to see a big difference. So that's all you have to do is make sure, like this is a really cool painting. See how cool it is? See all the cool colors with the greens and some blues, and but I warmed it up by adding those nice pink flowers. See? So just warmed it up a little. Now this one is a sample of warm and cool colors. Just look at the grass, see? And the path. Now this is a painting I just did recently, and just look how pretty those trees are, how pretty it makes the painting because it's so warm. The warmth of the trees is what really makes that painting pop. And all those shadows that are on top of that path, it just pops because of the colors. And what are the colors? They're just warm and cool colors. That's all you have to think about, and you'll have beautiful paintings. This is a nice sample also. Whenever I do flesh tones, I usually have a cool background. That way it doesn't interfere with the flesh tones. And so that's a nice way to do portraits. Make sure, or you know, whatever you feel. But I think cool colors in the background will complement the flesh tones, whether they're dark or light or medium. Start over. So with flesh tones for portraits, your backgrounds could be a nice light blue or light green, because you got, there's a lot of times, no matter what tone of the skin you have, there's usually some reds in there. So red and green are complementary to each other. So you could have, your background could have some green and with the blue, or some greenish lights or darks, or a mixture. So that's another nice sample. This here, you see the green on top of the blue, right? Now if I didn't have to add any colors on top of that, any of those warm colors, it wouldn't have matched. It wouldn't really be that great. You know, it'd be just a blue and a green. It probably wouldn't have any interest, or it wouldn't bring your eye to that part of the painting. So I'd like to give you another tip. Whenever you're hanging paintings, you might say, well, what goes nice together? Well, see how nice they go together, because they have so much warmth in those too. They have warm colors. See how nice they go? So you could put paintings together that have warm colors and they match. Right? Pretty, isn't it? So you can hang them on your wall like that. Keep your warm colors together. Cool colors. This one has more warm colors than that one, but they do match nicely. They still match nicely because both of them have a lot of blue in them. And that one kind of warms up both paintings. So I hope those tips helped you and help you with your painting. I have so many other tips that I want to give you, and when I get them all ready, I will be putting more tips. And you could ask me any questions in the comment section. I'll make up a video about your question. You know, if you have a question about anything, and some people ask about how to frame your paintings and things like whatever kind of question you have, leave it in the comments, and I'll do a video for you and give you as many tips as I can to help you become a better painter. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.